Welcome back, everybody, to Free Week number 3. I am Dynamite, and I have the immense pleasure of having a fantastic co-commentator with me. You've seen this man all over the place before. It is TBS's Arya. How are you doing today?
I am doing well, sir. Thank you so much for inviting me. It's an absolute pleasure.
Yeah, it's been a incredible thing to watch Strive develop all over the world. So shout outs to you for saying, you'd be happy to help us with this beginners tournament. And what a tournament we have. We have 2 Nagoryukis in bracket. We have an Anji in bracket. Of course, you got a sprinkling of Soul in May. You can't get away from a top 8 without
always. But it'll be exciting to see those Nagoryukis, a very underexplored character. As an Anji slipped through as well now, who many people think is like possibly the worst character in the game. But that's the thing, currently Soul, Ramlethal, May, they've really been kind of dominating the meta. But with a game like Guilty Gear, there are so many systems, so many synergetic systems. In time, other characters will catch up. It's inevitable. To what degree? We'll see. But definitely, I'm expecting to see more. We were talking about this earlier, Faust and Kai is kind of coming up the ranks a bit.
Yeah, I think so. Some of the characters that we've seen immediately appear strong are just natively strong characters, right? You can pick that character from character select, and the tools are very apparent, right? Soul, far slash is a strong button. 6S strong button. May 2S strong button. Jump heavy slash strong button. Those are the characters that are always going to rise to the top the fastest. But if you take a look at just the global circuit and you see the tournaments, there's a lot more Axel slipping in. We see Zato also slipping in.
Zato for sure.
Yeah. So it's anyone's game still. And I think that the meta is definitely going to evolve and see some of the things sift out to the characters we might think are weak are not actually weak. They just need to be played in a different way.
Yeah, for sure. The strength of the top 3 are kind of readily apparent, right? They have good buttons. They do boatloads of damage. So it's what you see is what you get. But then there are some other characters which are going to, require a bit of finessing or finagling to get the most out of. It's great that you mentioned Zato, because I think that character is really, really good. But he's Zato, so it's going to take a while.
We have a couple of Zato players in the Midwest here in the United States, Macho and Zach in the Box. Macho actually getting top 8 at the first NA ICFC this week. Also was in grand finals for Tampa Never Sleep. So yeah, I think that the character discovery is going to continue well into and past the 1 month mark. And yeah, it's interesting to see this fighting game develop with the netcode being the way that it is, because you're starting to see people lab and play with each other where you wouldn't necessarily see that. It'd be very sectioned off and regioned off.
For sure. It's totally opened up the international scene. You can have players playing against each other who normally never would have. So that's really, really exciting. I mean, just look at Japan, for example. Right now, Chip is arguably, a lot of people are saying Chip is actually the best character in the game now. Go back to the betas, people were saying Chip was the worst character in the game. He hasn't changed that much. But now, right? Quite a few people are saying Chip is crazy, and it's you can see why. I mean, that jumping 2K is nuts. His buns are amazing. He can cross you up from downtown. He's a really strong character, but you have to be on it. Of course, he's Chip.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to get hit when you're playing Chip at all, but he can definitely make it happen. And APM is one of those things that I always talk about with Chip. But we're going to see 2 different types of characters, 2 aggressors, I would say, in Soul and Leo. Top 8 action coming at you, winner's side. What has your experience been, Arya, with Leo kind of in Japan so far?
Leo doesn't seem to be a very popular character. I haven't been seeing that many Leos so far, and I feel that he's sort of underrepresented here. I've been seeing a lot of strong Leos in US tournaments, of course. Sonic Fox taking the first major tournament with a Leo.
Yes.
I feel he's one of those characters. Regionally, Japan hasn't been exploring Leo that much. And I think he has a lot of potential. I think, if not top 5, maybe just slipping out of the top 5. There's he has everything a character needs to be really good in this game. Good buttons, good mix. He's been nerfed a bit since the betas, but I feel like his neutral game is surprisingly solid. You don't need to go crazy with Leo. Like the idea is like just go ham, go with the mix or not. He definitely has that, but he also has a really solid neutral.
Yeah, and that's the thing that we're seeing come out from a lot of Leo players is being able to utilize that neutral. Speaking of neutral, Blue RC coming out trying to keep themselves nice and protected, but Vesalius with the Soul, I mean, that's what Soul's going to do, right? They're going to keep going in no matter what, never stop going in, and you got to put it in their brain that the only way that they lose is if they make a mistake.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, bit of a whiff there.
Counter hit from back turn. The loops from the back turn pressure, not enough to finish a whiff DP. DPs are so fast in this game. It's going to be a big punish.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Takes the first round.
Yeah, Vesalius definitely played really patient there and just kind of thought, you know, hey, if I could take my turn, I would, but the super might come out, and Zux just kind of took the fight in secret.
Wow, that was kind of funky.
Yeah, the 6S gun.
The hitbox.
On the hitbox, yeah.
Oh, yeah. The hitbox on that Volcanic Viper is just kind of nuts.
I have seen some things on it for sure. I've actually seen the hurtbox on it get affected as well, where normally you would see a DP kind of have superiority in the air, but a couple of buttons can actually beat it out.
Yeah, and good YRC there to get out of that corner.
Jumping heavy
Takes
slash
the round. That was a really good use of meter there.
Absolutely. And I mean, this is a beginner's tournament, but you're going to see from the top 8 placers a usage of that meter, right? Like, just because it's a beginner's tournament doesn't mean that people don't know the RC system, and the people who climb to the top often are using that RC system to either keep the advantage or keep themselves safe.
Absolutely. That's one of the things about Strive is that I think this is possibly the best RC system in the series yet. And that's where you're going to be seeing the most differentiation between players in how they utilize the RCs.
Yeah, speaking of which, there's the purple RC off the projectile. Zux trying to find a way to approach, but Vesalius.
That far S pressure.
It's mad scary because if you press at the wrong time and a 5H comes out from Soul, you're taking a ton of damage.
Yeah. You're dead. You're dead. Take the throw, but throws are super damaging in this game and they give good Oki. Nice shimmy there.
Yeah, fantastic stuff from Vesalius, backing up just enough to knock on the door again with that far slash.
Yeah, that jumping heavy from Leo is really something. It just covers like the ass so well.
The amount of space that it blocks off is pretty equivalent to someone's forward or back air dash, so you always got to be aware of it.
Oh, didn't quite get the full conversion. Yeah, Zach's making really good use of the YRC.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, and against a character like Soul, I can't blame him.
Yeah. You want to get out of it. You want to get that pressure.
You don't want to be even near him. 6S gunplay pressure. Again, another shimmy, and that's going to wrap it up. RC right there. Volcanic Viper.
Some really solid play from both players. Good to see.
Oh, yeah. This is a 1st to 3 all the way through for top 8, so it's the longer sets, but if the show continues like this, we're going to be entertained in the end.
Absolutely. Bit of a conversion from the air there.
All right, quick burst right there, and you know, having watched Strive, I like to see the early burst. If a person's going to do it, right?
Oh yeah, you got to do it at the beginning of the round.
Yes, absolutely.
Because you build it right back up. Have you been seeing the Kara Fafnir, the range on that thing?
The screen to screen, I'm gonna punch you into your dreams.
Yeah. I'm just gonna punch you. Soul punch.
What a move that is, and it's something that I'm not sure if I'm ready to deal with once people start doing it regularly.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. It's pretty wild.
Oh, if it's a wild thing, you know it's probably gonna be Soul ended up doing it.
He's the wild man. Oh, yeah, he actually got the combo there, but I think he was kind of just kind of autopiloting to the throw.
Yeah, didn't confirm it all the way, but far slash coming through. Finally, Zux gets a chance. Back turn. Volcanic Viper gonna blow him up.
Oh wow. He vortex right under it.
Yeah, Vortex. I mean, one of those low profile moves, but speaking of low, HP draining for Yesalius.
Unfortunate. He baited it but didn't punish.
This should be a wall break here if the combo sticks, and it does.
Oh, and he's gonna get a hard knockdown as well. So what's he gonna do? He's gonna air dash in. Yep.
I mean, it's Soul.
He actually got the second hit of the heavy, but didn't convert to a combo. Down to the wire, and takes it.
Good stuff from Yesalius. Sending us to duel 3.
Yep, final round on this one.
Okay, we see Zux backing off at round start.
Yeah.
I'm just not confident to challenge Soul, right? Like, you don't...
For sure.
I can't blame them, but it does give Yesalius plenty of room to work.
Exactly. I think in this matchup, I think you with Leo, you really want to utilize that jumping heavy like Zux is doing, but you also gotta there you go, got thrown out the mix.
YRC again just to keep the pressure away. Back turn situation.
Yeah, should have gone in there. I think he's respecting the Volcanic Viper a bit too much.
Indeed. I think that the DP has Zux kind of giving up a lot of turns when it comes to open scenarios. Yeah. Sure. And it's a almost damned if you do, damned if you don't scenario, because you want to press on Soul because you just don't want to give him a chance to play. But at the same time, if you get hit with a heavy Volcanic Viper, that's probably like 60% of your life.
Oh yeah. And like heavy Volcanic Viper into red RC, like you can do some crazy shit off of that.
Yeah, it gets really funky off of the RC on heavy Volcanic Viper. But I think as Zux, you kind of have to gamble here, right? You're down 1-2. You need to start to get momentum back on your side, but it's just going to be Yesalius vortexing through the projectile. Good conversion.
Yeah. Just far ass into throw. So it's simple but so effective.
Keep it simple, stupid is what they say. And
keep it simple and stupid. Just punch the guy.
Just punch him. And Soul, one of the best at keeping it simple and stupid out there, and it works.
Doesn't he have a win quote in XR just like, who cares about strategy? I just want to punch things. And funnily enough, Strive, that's his playstyle. Like he's Soul punch guy.
He's definitely Soul punch guy. These fists are made for punching.
That was interesting. I haven't seen that before. He did a triple overhead. So jumping heavy into the bandit bringer. That was pretty good.
Yeah. Oh, again, another vortex over the projectile. Yesalius working on the speedrun edition for Game 4 and going to move on the winner's side of top 8 into winners finals. Strong stuff.
Good games. Yeah. Good stuff. I mean, that's the thing with Soul. His pressure is so oppressive, and his damage is so big that he can just gobble up rounds before you know it.
That's the Soul bad guy way. I mean, it's one of those things where you saw Zux backing up as Leo of all characters in round start, because like you said, 1 or 2 hit confirms from Soul in this game, and you're damn near dead. Like, if I'm being honest, it's so painful to make a mistake against Soul. And Zux, despite taking the game, just didn't manage to really, I feel, make Yesalius uncomfortable.
I think one of the reasons why Soul is also so good is that throws in this game are so good. Like, there's a big risk attached to them. It's the first time in Guilty Gear they ever have like a proper whiff animation, and you're in counter hit state during that entire whiff animation. But like, they do a lick of damage, and they always give you a hard knockdown into strong Oki. Like, it's not like Street Fighter where it's like take the throw. It's like you can take a few throws, but It's not gonna work out well for you.
It's really not something that you want to do often, especially against characters. So many characters have powerful command grabs in this game as well. Like it's not just regular throws that you're gonna have to be eating. The wild throw, overhead kiss from May, Nago's command grab, like a lot of the Potemkin, of course. There's such a powerful meta right now in strike throw that mixing in the command grab to that can make even the characters who you think are quote unquote straightforward terrifying.
Oh yeah, and stuff like blue RC into throw, that's a pure guess, you know?
Okay, we have Takashaka coming up. Yes.
Yeah, these two are both, like, a lot of people are saying both these characters are bottom 5, especially Anji. So it's really cool to see them in the top 8 here.
Yeah, it's awesome to see. And then Takashaka, a return top 8er from week 1.
Nice.
And execution as well. So both of these people have made it to top 8 before in free. You see the spin through there. Purple RC, keep himself nice and clean. Good stuff from Takashaka.
That jab is that's like a stop sign. It has it's like a Street Fighter V Season 1 jab. It's so good. It's just getting you out.
Yeah, 5P, fastest button on Nago Ryuki, and really, really problematic if the opponent knows when to press.
Oh yeah. Yeah. But if he tries to, do buns into dash like that, you can jab him out. You always got to be wary about that against the Nago.
Oh, the sachet through. Execution says, excuse me, going my way. RC, wall stick, absolutely.
Wow, took the round.
Yeah. I mean, here's the thing. Anji, obviously, one of those characters where you are conditioning your opponent throughout the entire set, right? So not necessarily the character where you go and like, oh, I'm just going to go burn, just, cut them through. But if you know how to rotate your offense with this character, your opponent will never know what's coming.
I think he's the kind of character that it's very, very matchup dependent with Anji. Like, a simple DP blows up so many options after Fujin. And yeah, he does have counterplay to that, but he has to really, do a bit of a workaround. So, I think against this, I think he does fairly well against Nago Ryuki, though.
Right now, execution getting put into a dangerous situation, and through the wall we go.
Wall break. There you go. Hard knockdown. Oh! That's unfortunate. Yeah.
Nothing doing afterwards, just knocking at the door, and then Takashaka trying to find a way out. Has plenty of meter if they decide to use it. Didn't even need it.
Yeah, he's plus after that. Interestingly enough.
Yeah, you gotta be careful, but the spin again, straight through. Here comes execution, butterfly Oki.
Yeah, I don't think Nago Ryuki has too many strong options to deal with Fujin.
You really have to wait until you guard properly, and obviously the overhead Omega negative, right? Heavily punishable, but counter hit super.
That was nice. That was nice.
Good stuff from execution, realizing that Takashaka was trying to get things going and put up that big counter super stop sign. Back to Fujin. I think that there aren't really too many things Nago can do about it. R slash starts up too slow and it has a hurt box on it. 5K is 7 frames, but it's gonna just get blown up by the wall that is Fujin. You really have to wait until Anji decides to use a follow-up or not to make your move.
Definitely, yeah. Oh it's a bit of a house party here.
Yeah. We've got some visitors over. And I think we're in
technical issues.
Yeah, we're in the be right back moment of the screen.
We're in the void right now. This will happen sometimes.
Well, I guess it wouldn't be a free without this scenario. So we can guess about what's going on, but we may not necessarily know for sure.
We can look at the life bars. I mean,
yeah.
We can paint a picture.
We can definitely do that. The Nago not having a good time at the moment.
Yeah,
I imagine.
Not. Let's see if we can make a comeback.
I imagine
seems like he is.
Yeah, I mean, well, it only takes a couple hits, right? Like you can definitely hack away at a life bar with Nago.
This has got down to the wire this round. Yeah. That's unfortunate. Looks like he was making a comeback there, but not.
I hope he didn't spin burst. Oh, but speaking about Fujin, Nago actually, it depends on when Fujin comes out. You can attempt to Fukyo backward, the command teleport, to try to bait out a whiff Fujin. The problem with that is Fujin does travel a really long way, right? So it's more of a read than a reaction type of scenario.
Yeah, like as mentioned, if I have a character with a DP, I feel a lot less intimidated by Fujin mix-ups. Like if you're Sol or Kai or Leo, especially Sol or Kai, because they can red RC their DP, and if they have meter, of course.
I mean, some scenarios is like you can say I have 50% tension, I'm gonna DP no matter what, right? And if they block it, I'm good to go.
I believe unless he delays the low follow-up, every other option from Fujin gets beat out straight up by the Fujin. And if you input it in a specific way, if he decides to do nothing, then your DP simply won't come out as an option select. So it's a really, really strong option.
That is powerful. I did not know that. I didn't know you could OS the DP on Fujin. That is that definitely makes some characters even stronger now that I know that. But it's it's one of those things where the player has to be aware of it as well. So
we'll I feel like there's something missing in that Fujin mix-up kit. I feel like that there has to be another move in there just to catch specific scenarios like that. I feel like the low jailing like it doesn't actually work to Anji's favor. I don't know. I just feel like he's nearly there as a character, but not quite at the moment.
Yeah, a couple of things that obviously Anji has had to. We're getting thanks for the game count up there from Seth running the mechanics behind the screens, so we know what's going on. Nintaka Shaka making a comeback until he lost about 70% life. So.
Well, that happens.
Happens in Guilty Gear Strive for sure. Coming down to the wire between these two. We'll see if Nintaka Shaka can hold on. I don't know. The round is draining out, and unfortunate Nintaka Shaka.
That was a close one.
Going in the duel too. But Anji, we have actually in the Midwest, we have a number of Anjis out here just kind of making it work. So seeing that character develop. And if the early writing is true about the character, or is it something where a little bit left undiscovered, and maybe that will change the landscape for that character in particular.
For sure. Nagori Yuki, speaking of underexplored characters, he's definitely a character that seems to be on the up.
Yes,
it's because he's so completely different to everyone else. Like he can't dash, he can't air dash. He's similar to Potemkin in that way, but he's just so singular in terms of his game plan. Even his designation in the character select screen is something like one shot.
Yes.
So that's really what the character is about. It's about picking your hits, picking your spots, and then just blowing the other guy up.
I mean, that's really what he does extremely well. And you're right, not the character that is just intuitive to pick up and know how to run with. Definitely has unique mechanics all over the place. The lack of a double jump, even Potemkin has a double jump, but Nago does not. He has a super jump, but his super jump is a 10 frame startup, so it's really slow. However,
crazy range, but very slow.
Yeah, if you do manage to get one of those big counter hits with Nago, you can take a huge massive chunk off of the life bar. And he has an ability to lay down pressure that is actually unlike any other character in the game, with the ability to Fukyo cancel even his normals, right? So like he can cancel the recovery on his big swings with Fukyo backwards specifically, and end up in some situations where he's plus.
Yeah, like I believe that, as the game develops, it's going to come down to, specifically as people's defense develops. I think that's one of the reasons why Chip's been on the up, because people aren't dying to like pressure and mix-ups anymore. So Chip is surviving long enough to kill you. But as defense develops and the game becomes more neutral orientated, I think Nago is probably going to go up along with that.
I agree. I think so as well. I think that at the moment you have to have an impeccable amount of defense with Nago just to exist on the screen, because the moment you get pushed into the corner with that character, it is a nightmare.
Oh yeah.
All right, well, Execution looking like they're one round away from taking everything, but notably Nintaka Shaka did win a game. I can only imagine the action that's going on.
We'll paint a picture in our minds.
Yeah. We'll tell a story afterwards. Oh,
yeah,
well,
he's on his last legs, it seems.
Yeah, it's looking a little rough for Nintaka Shaka, though this is winner's side, so if they do lose, have the loser side run to go through.
Oh, okay.
Everyone in the lobby is standing in suspense, waiting to see exactly what happens. Got a couple people who are antsy to get their turn, get a go of it, but looks like it'll be Execution coming out on top unless something really wild
Nago gets that. Unless he gets that one shot, no, doesn't seem like it.
No,
that's unfortunate.
Well, Execution.
Good set, exciting set.
Fantastic stuff. Nothing that I would have imagined, and sometimes it works that way. So it'll be Execution moving on.
Good stuff, Execution. Well played.
I will go look at the replays online to see how that one worked out. But they'll be moving into winners finals here. Nintaka Shaka will be sitting at the losers quarters. And we're gonna jump down to the loser side of the top 8 bracket. Rojira, another Nago Ryuki, will be going up against Arnat, who's another
2 Nago Ryukis in top 8.
That's right. Both of them now in the losers bracket. But and if Rojira actually beats Arnat, it'll be a Nago mirror, which is incredibly funny. And we see the replay here. Yeah. See the replay here. Intense.
That's the optimal upper floor teabagging right there.
Yeah. The proper amounts given our scenario. Intense stuff indeed. But yeah, I really do think that Nago's going to, as you said, the defense. People don't know how to block, right? Like it's one of those things when a new game comes out, like everyone forgets, how to block.
Yeah. And risk is super important in this game, but it's not as impactful as previous games. So you can block a bit more if you need to do it. And you have, it's Guilty Gear, you have so many defensive options in your corner. Almost an overwhelming amount of defensive options. Because, it can be stressful to know what to pick. And, I feel like defense in this game is much more stressful than offense. Offense, you can kind of autopilot it. All you have to do is just kind of guess correctly. But defense is much more reactive. But that is something that will get better with time.
I agree. I completely agree. Being on the offense feels very natural, and like the pathways, the way that you want to go and what you want to do. Defense makes it so that you really have to pay attention closely to the staggering of your opponent's moves. The stagger in this game is incredibly deadly because one mistime, try to press or mistime instant block even, and you're blown up. So I agree with you. I think defense is going to be the skill that we see grow the most.
Yeah, so much of offense in Strive is about staggering your strings, fishing for counter hits, and that's what Soul excels at. Just close S into far S into heavy, or just far S heavy, fishing for counter hits. Like conversely, trying to apply pressure from jabs isn't something that really works in this game.
No, it's not. It's not going to be something you see very often. But forget about jabs when you have a far S Armat going to work with Soul yet again.
That's rocking those Kai colors, always a bit confusing.
Just a little bit more mix-up to the game, since Soul is just going to rush at you anyway, I guess. The mix-up comes in the character select of the color. Roger hanging back, has that high amount of blood. Got to be really careful. Nago actually, because of 6S from Soul, only outranges Soul once they're above 2 bars of blood.
Oh, yeah. That's a really interesting mechanic about Nagore Yuki, is how his normals actually change according to blood gauge.
It's the best of them are very knowledgeable about when to intentionally fill up blood gauge, even if their specials aren't hitting, so that they can use the enhanced normals.
Oh yeah.
Oh, big hit off the spin. Yeah, that's gonna be a ton
of do a lick. No burst, which is interesting.
You know, I think Arnett was just holding on to it for, I'm not sure, but you know, it's one of those
for a rainy day.
Yeah, just in case they need it.
Yeah, but that's the thing. This game really encourages you to just use your meter, use your resources whenever you can.
It really does. I mean, tension builds incredibly quick, as we can see just from Rojira having that one sequence. But it's going to be Arnett answering back, getting a positive bonus on their own. Huge normals available with the blood gauge. Oh. The speed through. We didn't. It was censored, Arya, for us. We didn't need to see the rest of that. It was too violent.
Yeah, it's not. It's, you know, underage. Not right for the kids. You know.
Exactly. All right, run up pressure here from Arnett. Huge life lead at the moment. Vortex is going to go through a block.
No punish there. Yeah, you got to punish those vortexes.
It's such a big opportunity against Soul that missing it really does hurt. There's the RC after the Volcanic Viper, as we were just talking about, but the YRC will allow Roju to keep somewhat of a turn until this.
Oh, Fafnir in the corner. Yeah, you can't press after that. You can't press after that.
No.
I think he was trying to jump there. I think he was trying to jump out, but maybe he got snuffed out due to Nago's just bigger hurt box.
Yeah, big body characters do have that problem, and Nago's one of them for sure. Fafnir, I'm sure he wasn't trying to press, because that move is incredibly plus. I mean, your hands go back and everything.
+8, I think, which is just kind of crazy.
It's a really good move. With not a lot of recovery.
Oh, there we go. Fishing. Go fishing, quarter whopper.
Oh. Yeah, gonna put it on the grill too. Rojira looking long for this world. There's a spin to get things going, but has a ton of blood now. Finally, a 2S on the Vortex. Yeah,
that Vortex will go just under any poke, unless it's like a designated 2S or a 2K or a 2D or something. Just a low poke, basically.
Yeah, it has to be a low, otherwise it's going to just go under everything. Rojira is trying to get some pressure started, but got caught pressing R/ again, and now we're in the corner. Rojira looking for a wall break, gets the RC.
Nice.
The amount of time that Soul gets off of that particular RC sequence, you can't burst. You can't burst it.
Yeah. This is the thing with Soul. He's so good at forcing you into the corner. His wall carry is insane. And, like, that's really good in this game.
It's one of the things that makes a character strong or not. Super coming out, though, for Roger. We're going to get the blood pulse going back in the other direction. So close to blood rage, but didn't go.
Oh. Yeah, I think he was trying to set up a mix from the blue RC there. Didn't quite get there with the drift. Good.
I note that
punish, but not optimal.
Arnett still hasn't bursted, Arya. Hasn't bursted one time this set.
I just noticed. Who needs burst?
Forget it. I'm Soul. I'll just press buttons instead when I wake up. It'll be fine.
Whatever.
Sliding into the DMs is Roger. We're getting a little bit of snack on. Gonna drop the blood gauge and keep it low, even if they use specials. However, wake up buttons again from Arnett.
Yeah, I think he tried to jump out again after Fafnir there, because it wasn't a counter hit, but he did get hit. So I think you just gotta respect it, you know? You just gotta respect it. Just gotta stay put.
Main character for a reason. You can't just be going wherever you want in the story. It follows Soul.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think there are some tools in this game. I think Soul's, like, Far S is possibly the most self-insert move I've seen in a fighting game in quite some time.
Far slash is a whole spirit animal for lots of people. No, counter hit vortex.
Nice run under as well. Jesus. Wall throw.
It's looking pretty brutal here. Roger needs to get something started and get it started now.
To the wall. Not quite.
Oh my goodness. Arnat completing the no burst challenge of top 8. I didn't even know that was an achievement, but it probably popped up on their PS4 account because that, I mean, what can you say?
Showing the power of buff Kai there. It's yeah. Yeah. All Kai players moving over to Soul, but just using that color instead.
There you go. There you go. It's the same thing, but better. You know?
Whatever, same thing.
Well, Arnett, you know, making a really strong case for moving forward. They will be going up against another Nagoriyuki and Takashaka, who we just saw. But yeah, Arya, I mean, this match was, I mean, just pretty much a curriculum vitae of why Soul is strong, right? Like it had his graduation,
big damage, big wall carry, like, yeah. You wanna know why Soul is good? Here it is.
It's all of it combined together. And you know, Rojira had some moments there where, like you said, Nago, if Nago gets that big hit, he can do so much with it. But I think one of the things that this character, particularly, and people who stick with him, are going to have to really pay mind with is that there's a lot of stop and start with Nago, because to get that big damage, you have to spend blood. And then there's a moment where you're switching over from specials to normals, and that type of aggression is different.
Yeah. Like, it's a very momentum-based game, but Nagoriyuki takes it really to a different level.
Yes.
Completely agree. Yeah. All right, so we have Anji and Mei.
Yeah, the Soul Mei. Yeah. The Soul Mei in the bracket, which is rare from what I've seen across the landscape for Strive tournaments. But you know what? You gotta always have one at least.
Oh yeah. There we go. Burst early. Yeah, burst early. Just use those resources. It'll build back up.
Sachet through. I like this from Pendragon, but four-face button still really hasn't been damaged at all.
Gotta respect that jumping heavy. Gotta respect it. Did block the dust. It's gonna do a lick of damage. Oh, not quite.
No, didn't quite finish the combo. That's unfortunate. Four-face button's gonna be able to live another day.
Nice counter to hit. Good anti-airs from four-face buttons here.
I mean, when you're swinging around a huge ankle like that, it's not hard to get the anti-airs.
Yeah. Oh, that's it. That's the first round. Good shit.
Yeah. Okay, good stuff from Pendragon for sure. Four-face was certainly making it look hard, but Pendragon able to capitalize just a bit at the end.
It's gonna hurt.
Neutral jump there from Pendragon. Definitely doesn't want to deal with the
no combo from the overhead there. Unfortunate.
Okay, yeah, force the burst there. Four-face button using it early. The sachet through into the throw. I really like that option quite a bit because you see the sachet come out and it has the guard point. You want to block, and the throw is just kind of the natural sequence afterwards.
Oh yeah. Ah, nice. Good 6P there. Mei is notoriously hard to anti-air.
Oh, it is maddening trying to do that around that anchor.
Oh yeah, that was good. That was really solid. Good stuff from Pendragon.
Yeah, you know, making it work with Angie. You know, not quite facing some of the troubles that you might see from some other Mei players, but you know, this is why we're here. We're here for people to get it down and learn. So
yeah, that anti-air to the that anti-air to the jumping 2H was really impressive because you know that comes down at such a vertical angle. It can be really hard to get the timing down on that.
Oh
but,
no.
We're having another house party here.
I think we're just gonna just have a couple people over if you don't mind, Arya, so we can.
Yeah, why not? Yeah, there's some nice it's a nice kitchen you got there, you know.
Yeah, well, I've been working on it. You know, I thought that a couple of screens would do well while we were prepping some food, and
It's all good. It's all good. But yeah, like that matchup is interesting, Angie May. I haven't seen much of it just because I don't see that much of Angie. But like Pendragon definitely knew his way around a lot of May's tools. That's the thing with May. It's just like she's a bit of a meme. It's like, dolphin, dolphin, dolphin. But she's probably the biggest knowledge check in the entire game.
Yes, I think so as well. Only because the way that she loads up your mental stack with everything else, and then having to properly guess between Totsugeki and Heavy / Totsugeki makes it incredibly difficult, and they look so similar.
Oh yeah. I that's something that players will get used to in time, like recognizing the subtly different startups between Heavy and Slash, because that is key to this matchup, to know whether you're blocking a Heavy or a light Dolphin.
That is 100. Couldn't have said it better myself. That was just it's one of the key things, and goes back to what you said of being just a knowledge check, right? Knowing when to take your turn, because May, for whatever reason, has a command grab and can also
she needed
force
it. She
you
needed
to guess. I guess so. Somebody decided it.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. I think like she's strong. Don't get me wrong. I think she's like top 3, probably, maybe top 5, depends on who you ask. But a lot of people say she's broken, she's ridiculous, and like until you know how to deal with the dolphins, she will be. To a different degree than other characters. Like, she will be utterly brainless and stupid until you know how to deal with that.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, you see a lot of thoughts about the character for sure from people who are newer to the game, especially, and just they don't understand what that pressure is all about. And so I encourage those of you who are struggling with the marine lifestyle, I'll say, to definitely do some research on the character and watch a couple matches of the character that you aren't playing, because it gives you the time to kind of see what others are doing about it.
Yeah, like her moveset unfortunately was a bit gutted from in the shift from XR to Strive, perhaps more so than other characters. She's been kind of boiled down to like big damage and even a bit of a mix-up game. Like that command grab is a really strange addition to her game, because it's like, when you think about May, she's kind of like supposed to be the lame character, right? She's the one who just like controls neutral oppressively, keeps you under plus frames, but struggles to really make something of those plus frames, because traditionally her mix-up hasn't been that good. But in this, she has like an overhead, a low, a command grab. It's like,
well, look, if you're ever going to boil something down that I enjoy or something like that, like what happened to May, because only the best stuff came out of that. We got rid of all the excess, and just the core elements of a good character came out.
Yeah. It's like, the fact that you can wall break with just meterless with that command grab is kind of. You can even combo into it. Have you seen the heavy dolphin counter hit into command?
Yes, I have, and it is.
You can't even shake out of it. You can't stagger shake out of it. It just seems like a mistake.
Yeah, it seems like something that didn't get edited out properly when they were going through the game. And maybe there's a version of May out there that didn't have that, but that's not what we're dealing with at the moment.
Yeah, I think the thing with May is that she has a lot of disjointed hitboxes on a lot of her normals as well. Like her far S is like that. It's weird that there are some characters who have that, but some characters who don't.
Well, if you look at Faust, right? Like Faust is one that has the hurt box very much present on a lot of his far-reaching normals. Nago as well. Nago's far slash has a hurt box on it, so he can be just knocked out of it. But there are other characters that don't seem to have that issue. May is
Ramlethal, May, Ramlethal, Soul's far S. I mean, it not only does it give you +2, it's also got a chunky hitbox. It's weird how they've kind of been selective about certain hitbox, like extending hurt boxes on key normals with characters.
I'm curious if that's going to change, right? Like, no one can predict the patch tendencies of Arxis. You never know what you're gonna get.
Yeah,
but I'm curious if that's one of the areas that gets touched.
Yeah. It's weird. It's just weird because it's inconsistent, right? Like with some characters, you legitimately can whiff punish their normals, and other characters you can't. And you try to see a train of logic. It's like, oh well, those characters must have poor mix. Nope.
No,
those characters often have some of the best.
Yeah.
So, like, what is the rationale? I don't know.
I'm not sure. This is a really close match. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to see it. Definitely back and forth. I'm curious to see how Pendragon is dealing with the whole May scenario. But as you said, I think that Pendragon was doing a really good job of actually keeping four-face buttons limited in the movement options, because you know, a lot of people talk about the buttons of May and how they're oppressive in the neutral game, but her aerial freedom, because of jump heavy slash specifically, and the difficulty of anti-airing it, means that not only is she difficult to approach on the ground, it's hard to stop her from just moving. Yeah, in the air.
Yeah. She has such air dominance with that. The hitbox on that jumping heavy is just ridiculous. And she's always had that weird jump arc, like the super vertical, super fast one. And you can even set up like some really nasty cross-ups with jumping 2H, which a bit like Chip's one is super hard to anti-air. So yeah, she's a real like force of nature in the air. So you got to keep it grounded against her, but then you open yourself up to dolphins. So like, yeah, that's May.
That's May. That's the game that you're playing at the moment. And you know, Four-Face did not fall down to the Angie, made the adjustments, I'm assuming, from the results of the match. It was a 3-1. So they'll be moving forward to play against Zux, the Leo. I have seen a ton of Leo versus May in the US, actually. There's a lot of strong Leo players. And Justin Wong has been playing May, so I've seen a lot of Justin Wong versus a various amount of Leo players. And another strong May is Tempest NYC, who played Charlotta in Grand Blue Fantasy Versus. So it kind of makes sense, like when you think about it.
Does make sense. Yeah. Definitely makes sense. Like they're basically kind of super mobile E-Hondas, right?
Yes. Both of them. That is exactly the way I put it. So yeah, this is a familiar matchup to me. I think that Leo can actually put pressure down on May in different ways if the Leo player has a really good read with the counter from backstance. That parry can stop a lot of the I'm going to automatically Totsugeki you whenever we're just at any sort of neutral distance.
One frame parry comes out in one frame. That is there aren't many moves like that in fighting games.
No, one frame. Oh. But before we get to that, we're going to have Arnat completing his Nagoriyuki challenge, so to speak, going up against the Takashaka.
Like, you know, as much as we were saying that Nagoriyuki is probably going to go up with time, this is still always going to be a tough match. Because it's like he just lacks the defensive options when Soul's in your face. And he has, you know, he doesn't struggle to close that distance. And not a well-timed burst there.
Yeah,
it's unfortunate.
Good.
Respecting the Fafnir this time, though, which is good.
Yes, you absolutely have to. The problem is, how will he answer situations like that when Nago's in that weird range where only really jabs and kicks work, and Soul can use Far Slash? It's a rough place to be.
For sure. Oh, yeah. Vortex into Purple Lassie. It's so grimy, but it's so good.
I mean, back when Ground Viper was a thing, the same thing happened with Roman Cancel, right? It's always been a Soul thing. I'm gonna fake the far-ranging move and then go into a throw.
Good, respecting the Fafnir. Now you gotta respect all these buttons too. Nice.
I like the 6P. Yeah, the hurt box on 6P is actually behind the hand that comes out with the chop.
So, really?
Yeah, a decent option there to use at that range. Big 2H there. Then Takashaka trying to make something happen.
Yeah, his blood gauge is all full, so that 5H is taking out pretty much the entire screen.
Okay, nice. 2P to close it out. And Takashaka answering back and making Arnat actually use the burst. So congratulations to Takashaka.
That's an interesting way to start up the round. Good adjustment there.
I mean,
nice
again. Yeah. Okay, Takashaka found an answer.
He's clearly intentionally using the buff normals with higher blood gauge. It's
oh no.
Oh no!
Oh, maybe escape though can probably make something happen despite being low on life.
That was unfortunate. Like the health penalty on Blood Rage is just
50%.
Yeah. You know, you're playing a dangerous game if you want to use those the range on those buffed normals, and you're treading a thin line.
They're really good, right? Until they're not. until the blood rage pops. It is. But in this matchup specifically, like I said, if you want to beat Soul 6S, you have to have more than 2 bars of blood with your 5 H's on. Like you just have to. Otherwise, 6S beats you every time.
Right.
Oh, big step back counter hit from Arnett. We saw that before against Rojura, and the same thing is working.
Big damage here.
Positive bonus, gets the damage buff as well as the tension.
Yeah. That's something I just realized, that you get a damage and defensive buff when you're in positive bonus. That's I didn't even know that.
Yeah, it's really good, and one of the reasons why, if you can break the wall on any combo, just go ahead and do it.
Yeah. There are like a few fringe circumstances with certain characters where you might want to set up Oki, but yeah, like 99% of the time, if you can break the wall, break it.
Absolutely. Bandit revolver straight back into the corner. Oh yeah, immediate burst out from Takashaka because that was going to be dangerous.
that jab, yeah. That's Street Fighter V Season 1. Memories.
It's a bit of a button for sure. Sliding into 6P, but the Blood Rage, as soon as he lets go of FD,
oh no.
He's hurting himself. Yeah, I mean, it's such a massive penalty.
Yeah, and that's the thing, like, on the other guy's side, like, generally when they go into Blood Rage, you want to kind of stick back and not risk getting hit by those huge buttons. But if you do manage to get Nagoriyuki in block stun, then, yeah, he can't do anything. He's completely screwed.
Yeah, it's just, you're hurting yourself, and your opponent's knocking at the door.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to see a wall break here. Close slash.
Yeah, I think there are 3 different types of wall break. There's normals, special moves, and then of course super moves, which give you the hard knockdown. Nice blue RC there.
Yeah, then Takashaka really good actually at using blue RC defensively with the drift backwards. I don't know if this connected at all. It absolutely
yeah, also. A badly timed burst, but fortunately didn't get punished for it.
Alright, blood gauge is gonna go up. It might go into rage.
He really wanted that. He really wanted that bite there. Needed it, but that's the thing. It makes you predictable, you know.
Yep. If your opponents, especially after the spin, the 214H, if you see your opponent is high on blood,
what else are they gonna go for?
Yep.
Yeah. I guess that's where the mind games come into play. Like, what else could you do? So I guess I'm gonna jump. And that's when you hit them with a button, right?
Yeah, you could. But at the same time, you're gambling, right? Because if you haven't spent properly, then you're just gonna go into Blood Rage with the delay. So it's a like you said, a razor's edge is where a lot of Nagos live in matchups where they can't take their time to lay down pressure. And you know anything about Soul players, they're not going to let you have a time.
And they're not going to give you that time. No.
Yeah. All right. Arnett up 2-0. It is first to 3. And Takashaka does have some time, but not much left.
Yeah, this just seems like a very, very difficult matchup.
Okay. Round start 6P has been working out for Takashaka, but just needs a little bit more.
Good burst there. Nice.
There's a push.
Nice. This is going in.
Okay.
And the wall break. Yes.
Yes. Takashaka stepping it up a bit. I like the Fukyo back into the Zaruri.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you can really see the effect of that defense buff there. I mean, it did the lick, but not quite as much as it would have normally done.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, wake up throw OS. Yeah, that was really good. I mean, again, anything that you can get on Soul, you want to use it, and that's just going to make sure their meaties are nice and clean. Speaking of clean, good 2H onto the other side of the screen.
Oh. Gonna hurt. Doesn't quite get the conversion.
Unfortunate drop. 50% meter for Takashaka. Might need to use it in a YRC. Yeah, it does, but it's blocked and punished.
Yeah, you can kind of bait out the YRC. They are punishable. They're like -16, I believe. If you manage to block them, they're very, very punishable.
Yeah, definitely could get a decent far slash or even a heavy slash for some characters. Oh, just ran into it.
Yeah, like using the 6B to kind of work around the 5S, but it is a gamble. It is a gamble.
Takashaka in Blood Rage manages to survive, but for how long? Yeah, confirm off of the jump in, and Arnett gonna take it 3-0.
That was rough, but a good show in a few rounds from Takashaka there.
For sure. I think that there were a couple of rounds there where it was just certainly the Blood Rage that changed the entire process of what was going on, and I mean, that's the Nago life at times. Unfortunately,
it is unfortunate. I think with Nago, like you generally want to try and have at least 50% tension if you can, so you can use the super strategically to get yourself out of Blood Rage. But again, that's also a risk in itself. So yeah. The thing is, though, is that because he has like such a unique mechanic with being able to cancel his specials into one another, he has less need for red RC to get crazy damage, so he can actually conserve that tension.
That's
for his
true.
Supers.
That's true. You don't. I mean, oftentimes when you see Nago use the red RC, it's after maybe a double far slash confirm, right, where they get the poke for a counter hit, and then they need to drift forward to continue. Or they're trying to close the round out. I've seen a lot of Nagos go for Fukyo forward into throw or command grab, and then you're at the wall, you RC. But most of the time, you can save that meter for other means, and it's definitely going to be something you see a lot of Nagos start to use more and more.
Yeah, for sure. I still think the Roman cancel system in general is so unexplored. It's the area with the most untapped potential and depth to it. There's really so much to it, like the drifts and being able to what is it called, the cancel with a button to get that
quick RC.
Quick RC, that's it. There's so much to it.
Yeah, I think that a lot more people will start to see the power of the RC system once you see more quick RCs, because quick RCs specifically aren't scaled. So the Roman cancel explosion, when you get hit, it does slow your opponent down, but it scales the combo. But if you use the quick RC and don't take advantage of the explosion, no scaling. And that can do... I mean, this game already has high damage.
It already a bit of a high damage game, but once I think that's gonna be the route. Like people in the first week or two are really optimizing unique combo routes through counter hits, because people discovered that on the second hit and third hit you get unique routes that aren't normally available beyond just the initial slowdown. And I think going forward, probably as you said, it's going to be taking advantage of quick RC.
Yep, that's going to be it. That's going to be the optimal routes. And we have a Faust pick from Zux, who was on Leo, decided to go with Faust against the Mei.
This is an interesting pick. It's not a match I've seen a lot, but I do think that Faust is another very underexplored character.
Yes, I mean... We have a couple here. We have Apology Man, who runs Faust, and Hook Gang God, who also runs Faust, and of course Elvin Shadow running Faust as well. Definitely a character that hasn't seen a lot of praise. I'll put it that way.
Yeah, I think most people generally agree that Angie and Faust are bottom too, but like there are players who've been working him, like achieving success with him.
Yeah. I think we'll see those players continue to be strong with the character. Big counter hit here though for four-face button, and not making a good bid for Faust's elevation in the tier list at the moment.
Well, yeah, it's like we were mentioning that like Arxis being a bit preferential on who to give those juicy hitboxes to, and like you compare Mei to Faust here, and like Faust does have hurtbox on most of his scalpels, so that's probably what holds him back at the moment.
I absolutely think so. I mean, it's looking at these two characters, it's a bit of a tale of two cities, right? It's you can
for sure.
see the difference.
Good 6 there, though.
Yeah, absolutely. One of the things though that I can say that Faust, if the opponent allows him to do, is to stall things out in the air and make those air arcs really differently. But I don't think Mei necessarily has to respect it the way some other people might.
Yeah. She has such dominance in the air. Yeah, he's really making good use of that jumping heavy.
The banana peel is out, but I don't even think we'll get to that side of the screen. Yeah. And I've seen that a lot from Mei. A lot of people down back naturally, right? You don't want to get hit with the slide into Totsugeki, and Mei particularly has the ability to just mix up with a good universal dust there, like 5.
Like the thing with the universal dust, like it's still not getting blocked all that consistently unless your name is Goichi. It's probably first month judders, but like it'll catch you out.
Yeah, I think a part of it is, one, not being Goichi, two, it being a new game, and you're trying to get your eyes used to so many different new things that the dust can slip in there in between really easily.
For sure, especially a character like Mei, who's so good at applying mental stack. I mean, you're looking for different time dolphins, and suddenly she hits you with a dust, and it does a brick of damage.
An entire home's worth of damage for sure. Dust in this game is so strong.
Yeah.
There's a pressure there from Zux. I kind of like the range that they're staying at the moment.
Yeah.
Oh, but here comes the anchor.
Oh, I see that. That should be, not quite.
Four-face button. Still looking good. Plenty of resources and burst left. Only needs a dab.
Yeah. There you go. Slide. Yeah. Close it out.
Had the RC to keep it safe, right? If it was blocked. Not much of a risk there. Good stuff from Four-face.
Zux is making a pretty valiant effort of it, though. I think generally probably what you want to do is box out Mei in this matchup, like he's doing there. But it's so easy for her to slip in.
That's the thing. It's hard to lock down this character in particular, and Faust, just a whiff by RC there. Faust, one of those characters that relies on that another dust will go into the skies.
Man, the range on that dust is deceptive.
It really is. I mean, so I personally don't think the hitbox ends where her fist ends, because
that was
some questionable launches there.
That was whiffy right there. That was a bit iffy diffy. I don't know what I was saying.
All right, Sucks down 0-2, gonna really need to make some things happen. But I mean, you just see Four-face now, just raw jumping, not even throwing a button out.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, blocks right on the mix there.
Finally gets the scalpel for the anti-air. Typically a move that you see Faust use a lot, but I don't know, in this game it's just a bit different.
That is probably my favorite throw animation the entire game. It's so good.
Double Totsugeki there. Pair of dolphins for your troubles.
Yeah, good use of I think it was the blue RC there to get out of the 2H. That's a very tricky cross-up.
Yeah, you don't want to take the 2H there, the anchor drop. Nice counter hit, gonna get the stab.
Ooh.
SEAL Team 6.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's also very hard to kind of apply meaningful pressure with Faust because his air dash is kind of slow as well.
That is also true.
Yeah.
The item toss isn't as swift as it was, right? And so it just takes longer to kind of get going. Oh, big 6H, this is going to be a lot of damage.
Oof. Good counter there.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's nice.
Oh no, the small group actually interrupted the sequence there. Unfortunate for Zux.
Corner pressure here. Gonna be pretty hard to get out of.
Double jump, just trying to stay alive as Zux does not want to get tagged up. Foreface with the throw. Yeah, I mean,
that's it.
You kind of expected it after a while. Zux was just blocking, and eventually the opponent's mind is going to switch to, oh, I'm just going to use throw, and May.
Woo. Just mixing up between just buttons and run up throw is so effective in this game, especially if you have good buttons, right? Like characters with good. It's a very mid-range focused game, so characters that have good mid-range buttons, like Soul, like May, like Ramathol, there's a reason why they're generally considered to be so good right now.
Absolutely, because no one wants to, take a Ramlasol far slash to the face and get carried to the corner, right? Like no one wants to have that option. So you give her the respect in the mid range that maybe you wouldn't against some other characters, and that allows her to forward dash and get the throw. Yeah, it's one of those things that I think that a lot of people are going to lab out the scenarios of how do I avoid strike throw situations, right? Or how do I enforce them on my opponent? And characters like Axel, who can avoid that situation with the just long range, well-timed sickle moves, you start to see doing a little bit better and better now that they're figuring out how to utilize the character.
For sure. Axel, I think, is a character that's generally been agreed to be pretty strong, even since the betas, and he still seems pretty strong. He's not as just overwhelming as Soul, for example. He's a very reactive character. He's not like Chip, where you can just kind of throw the kitchen sink at them. But yeah, like he works well with this system. Like it's a more neutral focused game than previous Guilty Gears. It's and his weakness has generally been damage, but everyone does crazy damage in this. So yeah, Axel likes the Strife system.
Yeah. They took away his DP, but I feel like they gave him a lot of other things, and been working out well. Speaking of doing well, we're back on the winner's side where no one in this side has taken a loss yet. It's going to be Execution versus Giselius. Anji versus Soul.
Yeah, this is not in Anji's favor, I think. This is generally agreed, like, possibly worst character against the best character. But we'll see how it pans out.
Definitely. I mean, Gold Burst start, plenty of meter to work with, so Execution got something going for him. Great tech on that run-up throw.
Yeah, good conversion from the anti-air, from the 5k there. It's gonna hurt.
Yeah.
It's gonna hurt a lot. Yeah. It's not quite gonna kill, but he's on his last legs. Hard knockdown.
Oh!
Nice. Got a bit predictable there, Soul.
Yeah, forced the burst out from Giselius, and now Execution has a chance here.
Yeah.
Block there. Oh wow, what a hitbox on the JH from Soul. It traded? Okay.
Yeah. pretty wild.
Oh wow, Execution, unfortunate stuff. They're gonna lose that first round. Giselius though, picking up right where they left off.
Yeah, that Gatling route from 5k into 6S, it's weird, right? It seems like somewhat anomalous in the overall game design, but it's one of the reasons this character is so good.
It doesn't feel like it's something that should be in this type of game, but it is.
Right.
Oh, Purple RC almost kept themselves safe, but the 2K 2D and the Gunflame, that's a classic right there.
He's generally sticking to the low route from Fujin, because I think Execution knows that so many options from Fujin can just be DP'd raw.
Yeah,
and that's the only one that kind of keeps him safe.
Overhead is recognizable, right? You can DP that on reaction. The fan toss is faster, but again, if you get counter hit with the heavy volcanic viper in the air,
yeah,
you're probably going to be dead. So yeah, the low option is probably the best one, and that makes it easy on Yesalius, right? Because you just fuzzy guard.
Yeah, you just block. You just block. Yeah.
All right, full intros for this time around. Maybe just buying execution a little bit of time to try to come up with
think
a game
things
plan
over.
Here.
Yeah. I think probably just with Anji that your best bet is you're not gonna contend with Sol in the neutral. You just wanna spin through a lot of this, but that is a risk, right?
Yeah, because we saw Yesalius actually throw that spin. So they know what to do. Oh yeah, Vortex. Not enough though. Execution getting out of the trap, but another purple RC from Yesalius enforcing the dominance of Sol.
Nice conversion there though. Ouch. Yeah, that 5K. If you're in the air, you get snapped right back down. Yep.
It's really good.
Really, really good. And it has so many applications as well. You can use it as an abare, you can use it as an anti-air, you can use it as a pressure tool. It's like, there's a reason people say it's the best button in the game. It just does everything.
Yeah. It makes you dinner too if you leave it out there long enough. Yesalius trying to, oh yeah. It's all the food groups are included in that button.
Unfortunate.
Yeah, just an unfortunate exchange there. Execution finding a hard time with the approach. The dust for the anti-air. Blue RC might have wanted a drift there. Either way, gets a conversion into damage.
Yeah, generally sticking to the low. I haven't seen him go for any other option. He did a jump in one time.
Yeah, the empty hop is definitely one that could be used. Oh, nice stuff.
That was beautiful. That was beautiful. I mean, he could have just blocked and punished it, but nah, he had to.
You got to make a statement against these Sol players, Arya. You can't just let them go out there and do whatever they want to do. You got to let them know you're nice as well.
Nice.
Okay. Yeah.
Nice. No punish there. Yeah, the recovery on that slash volcanic viper is the other most self-insert thing. It's drive.
It is one of those things, and look, I typically play characters like Ryu and things like that, so I know the risk of having a DP, and the fact that Sol can just get away with that, it reminds me a lot of Grand's light DP from Grand.
Oh, yeah.
You just pull the trigger on it. Like, most people aren't going to punish that.
You gotta be ready for it. You gotta be like, he's gonna volcanic viper. You gotta be ready for the punish. You can't just like react to it and do it.
Yes, you absolutely have to have it in your mind, because by the time you recognize it, if you're not expecting it, it's probably too late.
Yeah, I think he'll do another one.
Being small, yes, he definitely will.
Yeah.
But despite that, execution coming out with the game, right? Being able to tie things up. So definitely has a read on some of the stuff that Yesalius is doing.
Yeah, that spin is working out well for him. Like, you can't just do it willy-nilly. I mean, he can get thrown out of it. But really, it's your best option in this matchup.
Absolutely. The spin, because it doesn't apply any on-block properties, means that there'll be full recovery and get a lot more advantageous scenarios. But it's Yesalius coming out on top for that round, in one round away from going up 2-1.
What happened there? That was awkward. He seems like he was going for a Fujin punish, but it seemed to whiff for some reason.
Yeah, not quite sure. But there's the DP, as you were speaking of, just the universal option to no Fujin follow-ups whatsoever.
Yep. Oof. Ouch.
Pair of bunny hops there for Yesalius, but now moving forward again, pushing execution to the corner. Good anti-air special there.
Nice big count hit.
And execution relying on this air mobility, does not want to approach on the ground. And really can't blame him with gunflame being a thing in this scenario.
Yeah, just keep punching away until he gets his counter hits, and that should be it for this round. Yeah, and this match actually.
Yeah. Oh, well,
Yeah, that was the one.
Gisele's
Yeah.
gonna go up 2-1. Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things, right? You're in the corner against Soul. He's gonna just knock at the door until you answer. He's not gonna take the package back to deliver another day. He'll wait there the full amount of time until you decide to, open the door.
Yeah, he's a persistent delivery man. He won't take no for an answer. You're not home? I don't care.
I will wait. I have the time.
Yeah, burst early.
Oh, I like that step back there from Giselius. Just, keeping execution a little bit honest on the buttons. There's a chance, though.
Nice.
Knockdown. Giselius looking to even things up with the life. Oh, nice. Yeah.
Yeah, those throws have a lot of recovery. Strong, but they're strong. But if they get baited, it's gonna hurt.
Reminds you a bit of Street Fighter V, as you were saying. Just being able to shimmy out those throws, and Giselius showing they were definitely capable of doing it. Purple RC still not enough to punish the DP.
It's never enough. It's never enough. That was a good round there. That was a really good round.
Yeah, execution is making small adjustments, and honestly, Giselius is obviously just doing what's strong with Soul, but execution has been able to rely on the air quite a bit. We haven't seen a lot of air throws and things like that. Finally, Giselius goes up there to try to stop it.
Oh, zero recovery in that bandit ringer. That was unfortunate.
You can't see me, but I'm shaking my head. I'm very upset that bandit ringer whiffed point blank, and there's still no recovery. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, that's the third self-insert moment. There are a lot of them.
I feel like we're gonna have a whole video after this about just how much Soul has just self-inserted himself into this scenario of Guilty Gear Strive.
Good old dice game. Good old dice game.
Oh, well, match point for Giselius. Only needs this one round to keep moving forward into grand finals, but execution making a bid right now and could possibly see this game going 2-all.
Nice. He was trying to bait the burst there as well, but he did it late. So, yeah, good on both sides. Nice. Yeah, jump-ins in this game don't have that much block stun, especially if you do them, close to the opponent's head.
They really don't, and I've seen a lot of people defensive throw. Wow, the butterfly close it out. At this point, execution will take whatever is given, and we're going to be gifted with another game in this winners finals. It's the rubber match, game 5.
That was very well played by execution. That was really good.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like we talk a lot about the strengths of Soul, and I can only take my hats off to execution for sticking in there, taking it to game 5. Giselius, though, has also been showing some really good awareness. A couple of shimmies there.
Yeah.
It's just really strong, especially on a character like Soul, who only needs a touch to, send you to the corner and possibly to your death.
Yeah, those shimmies were really nice. Really nice. And, the whiff recovery on throws is all counter-hittable, so it's going to do a lick of damage.
Here we are, game 5. The winner of this will be on winner's side of grand finals, the place you definitely want to be in any tournament.
Nice.
Okay, early Fujin. I like that because, it's like, hey, the spin is whiffing. I'm going to press a button and execution just pulling the trigger early.
Yeah, really good use of spin just to fluster Giselius and get through those punches.
All right, speaking of fluster, we all stirred up with these fans from
slightly mistimed the butterfly Oki there.
Oh, but the spin through the Fafnir, but who are we joking? It has no recovery, so execution's not going to be able to take their turn.
It's Soul, why not? Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Execution still would burst. I imagine they want to hang on to it, but they might not have a chance. Oh, the RC kept it safe.
Slight mistiming on the burst there. That's unfortunate, and that's going to be it. Yeah,
that was a
Giselius.
Optimal combo as well. The full charge dust into the 5K pickup and the dash cancel. Nice stuff from
That's a little bit tricky to do.
Big shimmy there, and now we're in the corner. Execution gets counter hit Fujin though, but the burst, I like that burst from Giselius. I'm going to keep this positioning so I can continue the pressure.
for sure. It's such a momentum-based game. If you get him in the corner, you want to stay in the corner.
Absolutely. There's the tick throw. RC. Wall splat.
Not looking good for execution right now.
Last chance, last dance for sure. Went for the counter super.
Yeah, gamble. Yeah, that worked in a few matches prior. Good adaptation by Yusalius there.
Absolutely. Purple RC forward. Dust. Execution almost died there. Whiff throw.
Oh, big counter hit.
On the slash.
Yeah, he needs every lick of damage at this point.
But now you full screen and the vortex comes through.
Yeah, the classic. Vortex and purple RC.
It's a round ender, you know? If you don't use it often, your opponent can forget about it. It's so fast in this game. It's good stuff for Yusalius for knowing the tools to use. I mean, you talk about the strength of the character for sure, but at this point in the tournament, you got to know when to use those tools. And that's another part of playing the game. Excellent stuff to execution. Going to be in losers finals.
Really well. Yeah, both players. There's some really good adaptations. Yeah, great stuff. Great stuff.
Definitely an example of something I want people to look at when they're playing Anji to say, how do I deal with Soul, right? Obviously not a win, but the fact that it went to a game 5 and we know Yusalius can wash people. We just saw them do it in winter semis. It is one of those things where you pay attention and you note the strong points. But again, the purple RC after the vortex to get the throw, it's just been a Soul classic since probably Accent Core. I mean, you know, that's just one of the things that Soul does.
Soul in a nutshell, yeah. It's been a factor of the character, like you said, in pretty much every game he's been in. It's always been good, and especially good in this, because throws are strong. You know?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Well, we'll see more from execution in the losers final side. We're going to drop back down to losers semis, though. It's going to be another Soul, Arnat, versus May. Now, this is a matchup where whatever happens, I feel justified. It's just terrible things happen to strong characters. It's okay. I don't feel
terrible things will happen to both these characters.
That's true. That is true. Right. We just saw Four Face Buttons face down a Faust and Zux, so that was their road through. And Arnat completed the Nago Ryuki challenge to get here. So not necessarily an easy role for either one, but I feel like Arnat was just really dominant in his performance.
Both these characters blessed with very, very strong buttons, and it looked like he was baiting the burst there, but didn't quite punish it.
Up Dolphin, big counter hit, 6H follow up. SEAL Team 6 coming out for a special mission there, keeping May nice and protected.
Making good use of faultless defense there.
Arnat on their last bit of health, and
approaching May from the air is always going to be a risk.
It's really hard. Now, I think in the future, once we see instant block faultless defense come into play more, you might see that change. But I mean, a 2-frame window on that instant block is pretty hard to do. That's a red parry.
Definitely. I think applications for faultless defense will probably develop, but IB, I feel at this point it's too tight. It's in the range of you can't practice it to get it consistent.
Yes. Yeah, 2 frames is an incredibly small window. I believe it was 3.
Yeah, it was 3. They brought it down to 2, and I think I'm wondering why they did that, and I think it was to make it less consistent, to make it so it wasn't a practicable thing.
Well, either way, Arnat definitely not having to worry about instant block, just trying to get it done, but the slide from May and 4-face button's going to go up game 1.
Yeah, good first match there from 4-face buttons.
Yeah, I like a lot of what I saw from 4-face buttons there, just kind of taking it to Soul. May one of the characters that probably has an easier job of doing it just like that. Big anti.
Yeah, Arnat's generally getting blown up when he tries to approach from the air, either by jumping heavies or, as you saw, anti-airs. 4-face buttons is really on point with those.
What's the pressure going to be? Slide in again. Arnat just trying to make far slash work. Like, this is the button everyone tells me to use. I'm going to press it.
And it's working bad.
Doesn't take much. Gold burst here though from Foreface, gets a full stick of meter.
Yeah,
Wow.
jump back into heavy. It just has such immense range that it'll snag you at ranges which you just don't expect.
It's one of those things where you just kind of like run into a wall that suddenly sneaks up on you, and it really smarts.
Yeah.
Oh, big counter hit though. You know, Arnett putting down a lot of pressure hasn't necessarily gotten the wall breaks, and Foreface button lucky for the set.
Almost there. Speak of the devil. Oh, unfortunate. Still, this round's in his favor. Ha! With throw into 2K.
Well, you know, if it works, then go ahead and do it. Foreface staring down Arnett going up to tie things one apiece. Ooh, big counter hit here. Bandit Revolver not connecting though.
Yeah, Foreface button's having a lot of success with that with the dust with Mei.
Yeah, Mei, as I said, just one of those characters where she has so much that I feel like the dust can slip in at any moment. But Arnett able to escape with the burst. However, Foreface in the life lead.
Oh, yeah, so hard to anti-air that.
Yeah.
Good anti-air. Good anti-air there.
One of the things that Foreface has definitely denied Arnett is that aerial approach, right? And, and you know Soul wants to come in with the jump heavy slash every time. And it's just been denied.
You probably want to keep it grounded against me and work your way in slowly, work those fast latches and those 6S's and just, walk it to the corner.
Absolutely what you want to do. An escape from Foreface though, riding the Dolphin to freedom. Jump 2H, nothing doing. A good punish there on the part with cross that.
Yep. Nice air throw. Always so satisfying landing an air throw.
Oh yeah, it makes you feel like the smartest person in the room every time.
Oh yeah.
6H, good block, but
good burst.
Counter hit.
Yeah, Arnett doing a good job of denying fake pressure from that slash Dolphin.
Absolutely, I like that empty jump throw after getting close. Like you said, working their way in and earning that neutral jump into throw.
Oh yeah. I think if you wanna approach from the air with Mei, you want to generally do it as a chicken block because like her aerial dominance.
The RC there just made it look like she touched Soul and let go, but it managed to work out. Arnett on match point. Oh, sorry, Foreface button on match point. Arnett with plenty of work to do.
Not looking good.
Neutral jump over the Tosugeki. Arnett getting back to mid-screen territory. First there to stay away from the corner. Can't blame it.
Big far S there. Come on, throw, and yeah, this might do it. No, he had burst. Had to use it.
Oof.
Classic. The classic.
It's not so bad guy without a canceled RC in the wild throw.
Go, he might make a comeback here.
Certainly possible. Foreface hemmed up in the corner for just a bit, swinging their way out. Arnett trying to keep positioning, but give Foreface enough buttons to make a mistake.
Yeah, I like that. Like when in the corner, you generally, of course, you want to go for pressure, but occasionally give them enough rope to hang themselves with. Almost.
Sizable William coming out to close things out with the eye patch. Keeping
that was a good last round. That was a good last round. Yeah.
I mean, hadn't used it the whole set, right? So had a round to gamble with. Technically, was and why not?
Two matches up, like why not? Why not?
Good stuff from Foreface button, knocking Arnett out of tournament. But Arnett definitely going to be coming away with a good amount of points here for making it to loser semis in top 8. But execution, only Souls in Mei left for execution to fight if they make it past the Mei. So a bit of an arduous journey, but it's doable.
Gonna be rough. Yeah, it's like definitely, like it's clear to see which characters are doing well. But I think for the first revision of a game, It's surprisingly like all the characters have something to offer. There's no character on the roster where it's just like, they're terrible. You know?
Yeah, I agree. I think that every character has that. If they can do X, then they're going to likely win the round or the game, right? Like it's if they get to do their thing, then you're probably going to lose. It's just that there are some characters where their thing is quite easier to do than some of the others. But I do agree that the viability is there, especially for the first rendition of it.
Yeah, it's. I mean, you have to see all the criticisms of the game's balance in perspective. It's version 1, so like comparing it to the polish or balance of like XR version 7 or XX version 9, it's not quite there.
Yeah, exactly. And that's one thing that I also often talk about is, yes, there are some noticeable strengths and weaknesses, but this isn't the refined edition, right? So we're going to get there. And before we do, it'll be Execution versus May.
Oh, fade to black.
There we go. All right, we're back in. Just a little bit of cinematic effect for Losers Finals.
All right, suitably epic.
Pair of Dolphins for Execution's troubles. Stuck in the corner at the moment. Good. Sashay through, but I mean, you got to get to the girl behind the anchor.
It's a big anchor. And that should be... No, quite didn't get the wall break.
J2H. All right, Execution has an ability to, well, not
really on point with that 2H. Really on point. Just not getting in.
Fourface showing a little bit of expertise at the plate, if you will. Getting a really good on-base percentage with that anchor.
Oh, nice. The spin through the Dolphin.
Yeah, I actually like that option a lot from Execution, being able to spin through the Dolphin. It takes away one of May's just, not even aggression tools, but just frustration tools.
Oh yeah, you got to deny the Dolphin. Nice.
Okay. Butterfly Oki into throw. Fourface attempting to fight their way out, gets the slide and the knockdown.
Slide into slide. Hey, that was good. Purple RC into an overhead. Unfortunately, didn't quite connect there.
Yeah, and that's one of the things I think we'll start to see a little bit more. Like, Anji's going for the overhead and then quickly canceling into a quick purple RC are things that'll allow them to change that Fujin dynamic.
Oh, yeah. Nice. Yeah. That was really solid.
Good stuff. Execution hanging on to stay in game 1. We're going into duel 3. I like the changes there from Execution.
Exactly. A few good decisions in neutral and changing up the pace after a Fujin really worked in his favor.
Absolutely. You're going to need all of it to stop May.
For sure. It's such a big damage game that small little alterations to your game plan will result in big, meaningful changes in the outcome.
Completely agree. I mean, you only really need a touch in most scenarios to get either a wall break or just heavy damage.
Oh, yeah.
Speaking of heavy damage, we're dropping the full size of the anchor onto the dome Execution and now pushed into the corner.
Oh. Yeah, he was waiting for that.
Yeah, full anticipation and waiting. Stop the 6H. A bold press, because if it went flying a little bit earlier, it might have been a counter hit.
Went for the counter super there, but it was after a slash dolphin.
Just keeping it safe. The FD actually helping Execution out.
Break. Yeah, again, closing the round with a 2H. Fourface Buns is really, really good at that.
Yeah,
really good at you're getting in from the air.
If we had a stat tracker of 4 H's or 2 H's landed, it would be pretty high percentage range for Fourface Buttons at the moment. And hey, it's one of the things that May can do to keep the airspace above her, safe. And Execution used a lot of aerial movement against Yesalius when they took it to game 5.
All right, letting the cinematics roll. I feel like Execution's doing this quite regularly. I think with Angie, you need to make adjustments, so a bit of time to think things over.
Yeah, Angie, one of those characters that you really do want to
Play
be
against.
Yes. Yeah. Okay, jumping back, avoiding the 2H is just kind of testing the waters, no pun intended, to see what's there.
Oh, yeah, spun through the dolphin, but unfortunately no punish.
No pressure here from four-face button. He's going to jump through, keep the ground neutral, spin through the dolphin, and a punish. Nice stuff.
Good stuff. Hey, there we go, the classic.
Oh yeah. Force the
yeah, he was
out.
waiting for the burst, but like four-face button was obviously waiting to get hit once before he went for it.
Big recovery after that 6H. Empty hop in the throw, butterfly pressure. Oh, wow. Imagine
nice
pressing
pressure.
on a butterfly. Okay, four-face
right?
getting real bold.
Takes guts. Ah, unfortunate. And again with the 2H.
I mean, that's some confidence right there. There's no way in the world that I would have done that, but hey, four-face button's making it work.
Yeah, he has a really good sense of, oh, there you go, going with the dust again. He has a really good sense of, like, what the opponent likes to do on that when they go in, you know? He's making very good defensive decisions.
Absolutely. There's the butterfly. Oki again finally gets a connection, but not the full deal. Oh!
Nice.
Wow, the gut scaling for Meg is pretty good. I thought that super was going to kill.
Is it? Yeah, I'd like to see execution like taking his turn a bit more after the slash dolphin.
I agree. I think that would be the best thing. Okay, pressure, gotta block. Yeah, the splash included. I've seen many people die thinking that you have to block the orca and.
Oh yeah. You can set up a really nasty cross up with that as well if you.
Really?
What? Yeah. What is it? You do the super. It's on block, and then there's like a purple RC cancel, which just kind of slips May to the other side. It's really annoying.
That is quite disgusting, Arya. I just had dinner a couple hours ago. Please don't say that again.
Well, you know, it's May.
It definitely is. There's the burst there, forced out by execution, but it's going to be four-face buttons with the aggression.
Oh, nice. It worked that time.
Certainly did. Oh, the spin through the JH. Why not do it again?
Spinning through the walrus, spinning through the dolphin.
Putting on a whole choreography show at the moment is execution.
Setting up the butterfly Oki. That's nice. Again, yes.
Do it one more time, just for the good time. Okay, he did it right. I was gonna say.
That was nice. That was nice. That was some really good adaptations from execution there.
We've seen execution adapt now multiple times, right? Once in winners finals against Seoul, here against four-face buttons with May. Definitely a strong player, right? And definitely a player that realizes what they're getting blown up with, and immediately adapts. And I actually think part of it is just letting these intros rock and having the extra time to think about it.
You might be onto something there. Like, you know, as mentioned, Anji is more of a reactive character than say May or Seoul. A lot of the, like, you know, acknowledged top tiers who just kind of throw stuff at you.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, nice. Do the dolphin as well. Force the early burst out. Good stuff for execution. He's going to be up on the resource game.
Yeah, it's always an advantage to have that burst out the way.
But you need to be able to get the hit. Uses a burst of their own just to keep away from the corner. J2H gets a connection and the knockdown with the slide. Good follow-up from
Nice. There you go, more slide up. That's interesting. Went for an air throw there.
Ooh, big counter hit on the spin through. Again, four-face buttons.
Was just lacking a bit of meter to convert into a red RC. Could have taken the round there.
Hopefully it doesn't come back to bite him.
Nice.
Spin through the dolphin again.
Very nice from execution there.
And four-face died with full tension.
Yeah.
Has been using a lot of meter to FD, actually. And it does add up after a while. And I'm wondering if Fourface will make the adaptation of just saying, maybe I don't need to Fujin call this defense the whole thing to Fujin.
Yeah. I mean, Mei is very strong, but she doesn't have particularly strong defensive options when being pressured. So that's one of the weaknesses.
Yeah. Close slash counter hit there. The spin through. Nice. Just hold for Fourface to see what was going to happen. Got the throw punish and now has pressure in the corner.
Nice. He has a really good sense when to do that.
Yep. Definitely been a good tool for execution the whole way through. Anti-air special, not going to land. Back throw, pressure time. Chicken block, that was actually really good.
Yeah. Chicken blocking in general in this game is just really, really good.
It is. Not as bad, not as good as it was in Open Beta 1 when anti-air 6Ps didn't exist, but still a strong option.
Yeah. I think that the main disadvantage to chicken blocking is that it cranks up your risk bar with no other.
Yes, it does. Yeah, so it just makes getting hit that much more dangerous. It's a dolphin pressure coming out from that Fourface.
Oh, good.
Absolutely good stuff. Good tech.
And good throw break there, yeah. Nice. Is he gonna get a wall break here?
He falls off.
Not quite. Not quite. Interesting.
Follow up. Oh, speaking of dust.
Yeah, oh my God, those dust do so much damage. That was disgusting.
It is. I mean, they're unscaled, right? So
yeah.
It's
but not a lick of meter doing like half bar. That's something, you know.
I mean, it's a decision that was made for sure. We're gonna go into game 4. Execution down 1-2. Fourface certainly didn't want to lose the race to 3 at all or fall behind, but I really feel like Execution has the ability to make the changes necessary. The spin,
for sure.
The spin has been working, right? So it's not that part of it.
Yeah, it's more just I think the adjustments he needs to make are on when to start taking his turn back when Mei is at negative frames, because he is leaving some pressure on the table.
Yeah. Oh no, this is not the way that Execution started. Yeah, early burst absolutely needed to be used.
Oh. Yeah, very little whiff recovery on those dolphins.
Wow, the empty hop got thrown by Fourface, and there's an air throw as well. J2H.
Good counter at that. Is he gonna get a wall break? Not. Oh, there we go. Positive bonus.
Yeah, but look at the tension for Fourface. 100% meter, absolutely run up super purple RC to keep it safe. Wow.
Not quite. Hey, again with the spin. Really working in his favor. Both throw it. Yeah, that was unfortunate. Yeah. I think Mei just had a faster button in that scramble situation.
I think so. They were both thinking the same thing, and it was the follow-up that allowed Fourface to get here. And now they're sitting at match point, and it's going to take a lot for Execution to even things out.
Oof, that jumping heavy.
Such a powerful
good whiff punish there. Nice.
Butterfly Oki again.
Oh, he was gonna go for a throw of his own, but
yep. I actually respect that from Fourface. I mean, either you get the throw or the tech. If you have the read, that Execution's gonna go for the throw.
Yeah.
Big anti-air there, up dolphin into the 6H. SEAL Team 6 coming out to finish off the target.
Nice, and that closes out. Yeah, I think what really made it, what won it for Fourface Buns there was he didn't hesitate to make those big decisions on defense, like those throws when he needed to do it. Like it can be, you know, it can be very easy to get frozen up when you're under pressure and then continue to get pressured or thrown or whatever. But yeah, like the lack of respect, which is good actually.
Yeah.
Moments.
Yeah. I mean, you picked May for a reason, right? So use all those reasons to your advantage. And execution has shown the card of butterfly into throw a lot. So one of those things that was a strong likelihood that they were going to do it again.
Exactly. But good adaptations from execution throughout the set. It was really impressive.
Absolutely. I mean, I saw impressive stuff. Got to losers finals, so one of those things where you look back and obviously you didn't win the tournament, so you're not happy about that. But give us some time, and you'll look back and say, "Oh, maybe I didn't do so bad." So it's one of those things. But it's going to be four-face buttons moving on. Now, four-face in loser semis went up against Arnat, who plays Soul, right? Has to fight Yesalius, who also plays Soul. Two different types of Soul players that I've seen so far. Yesalius definitely one showing that they were willing to make some changes and adaptations to their approach. So it's really going to be up to four-face to kind of sniff out what the similarities are and how to approach this particular Soul in grand finals.
Yeah, like four-face did fairly well previously against Soul. I think he has a really good sense of particularly when to 2H particularly, and can make him really difficult for Soul to approach. So I think really generally with this matchup is you want to try and walk May into the corner. It's sort of like how you'd approach maybe Guile in Street Fighter.
Yes, absolutely. Oh, punish there on the Vortex. Not actually a lot. Yesalius getting away with a little bit there.
Yeah. I imagine you could probably get a 2S then for a lot more. Ooh, yeah.
That's one of the buttons that can do it. We're talking about whipping DPs earlier, but 2H is large enough where you can just kind of swing with it.
Oh, yeah. Ah, interesting. Yeah, Yesalius not going in off the slash dolphins, but that's okay. Take a bit of time to adjust.
Yeah, absolutely. Time running out, though. There's the trade. Four-face going to take the first round. Four-face has the longer road of the two at the moment with needing 6 games to close things out. So, has time, but not as much.
Ooh,
I like that throw option after.
Yeah.
Really good. Pushing Yesalius into the corner. Just needs a touch for potential wall break.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, corner position is such a strong thing. And another command throw into wall break. I was going to say meterless, but use the meter for that hard knockdown.
Yeah, always a strong offense. Gets the Oki. Allows you to, take another time on the dolphin ride. Why not?
Yeah, if you ever can break the wall with a super, you should, really, because you get a free mix, and because of the positive meter bonus, you always get that tension back. So there's never really no reason not to do it. If you have the tension to break the wall with a super, pretty much always do it.
Yeah, you're gonna build it back, and with the positive bonus, you get two different kinds of buffs. It's just a really strong option to close out the wall break scenario.
For sure.
Charge 6 stage. Oh, yeah.
Had to bust
that. That was dangerous.
Good patience on waiting. Oh, what was that? An up drift? I haven't seen that before.
Yeah, nice stuff there from four-face. Kind of breaking out the rest of the magic tricks for grand finals. And I guess if there's a place you're going to do it, it's here.
Oh, yeah.
Double dolphin. Yeah, just punishing whiffs with dolphin is, I guess, a strong option at the moment.
Yeah, just chilling, waiting for Soul to swing, and then dolphin for your troubles.
Rough situation right now for Yesalius. Not making those fire types look good in different types of games.
Yeah, that 6S, it has a lot of range, but the whiff recovery isn't the best.
No, it's not. One thing that I see a lot of Soul players do that use 6S is cancel it out of a dash because it carries it into the range
the
opponent has to block. And that's really when the button gets scary.
For sure. Yeah, there's quite a few moves that are transformed quite a bit by doing them on dash. Like another one is Kai's Food Rock, right? If you do that from a dash, it goes basically full screen.
Yeah, Yeah, powerful options. Giovanna, another character who's dashes.
Oh yeah, her I think it's her 5S, the multi kick from a dash. Without dash, it's sort of whatever, but with a dash, it's so oppressive.
It is so frightening. But right now, we're seeing Fourface put the Terror of the Deep into Yuselius' heart, almost enough to reset the bracket.
Oh yeah, full aquarium on display.
Yeah, we got all the sea life you want to see.
Oh man, that jumping heavy. Apparently.
Backdoor here. Yuselius with burst, but might not want to use it if they need to. Fourface decides to.
This is, yeah, gonna hurt.
Oh
man,
Splash didn't finish though. Wow.
Yeah, that was a wild scrambly round. But yeah, the I didn't even realize the whale could go that far up. But hey, it's a freaking whale, so shouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, that's kind of what they do, I suppose.
Nice denying.
Yeah, I like that. Just stopping the pressure from the projectile, not giving Fourface Buttons a chance to get started.
Oh yeah. Yeah, no burst. Gonna hurt. Optimal combo as well. Very nice.
Yuselius with burst on their side, if they decide to use it, and I actually wouldn't see why they wouldn't at the moment.
Oh. I wonder why he did that.
I'm not sure. You know, sometimes it's just a reactionary thing, right?
Oh,
like
yeah.
You wake, you just like, oh, I'm just gonna burst. It's almost a flinch reflex, you know. So it happens to the best of them.
It's, you know, definitely. It's very, very stressful to be in that situation against May in the corner.
Yeah. Another cross-up JH. I don't know about this character. SEAL Team 6 coming out. Oh, conversion here. Good stuff from Yuselius. Trying to keep this in the winner's bracket and not get sent down to losers by Fourface.
Keeping him shut down in the corner. Now it's... there we go again with the dust. He's been seeing a lot of success with that.
I think this is it. Oh, no. Okay, it actually does have some.
Quite. And yeah, goes for the throw again after this dolphin. Good stuff.
A strong 3-0 from Fourface Buttons. It makes me want to go back and see who put them into the loser side of the bracket, because they've been playing really strong.
Yeah. Definitely very familiar with this matchup. And I guess, you know, if you even have an inkling experience with Strive, you're going to have a lot of experience versus Soul, because you're probably going to be playing a lot of Souls.
Once you finish communicating with server, you're going to be going up against Soul bad guys. So it's just one of those things that just kind of naturally accrue over playing the game.
Oh yeah. He has a really good sense of just when to bait out normals and whiff punish with dolphins, which is the kind of thing that only accrues with experience.
Exactly. Oh, nice there. We've seen Yuselius use that before.
Unfortunate. Got the throw instead of bandit revolver. Happens sometimes.
It really does. All right, Yuselius down around in this reset bracket. Both players only need 3 to close it out, but Fourface has just been really strong.
Oh yeah, definitely has momentum on his side.
Ooh, good conversion with the JK there.
Oh yeah. I think if he air dashed after the dust, could have got a bit more, but still pretty damn good.
Has to back up there, does not want to get hit up. Still takes a dolphin just for existing on the screen, as we all do.
Oh yeah. Good stuff. Yeah, you always gotta respect that jumping heavy.
I mean, it covers so much space.
It's so damn big. Yeah, like Yuselius is often responding to slash dolphins with a 5S, and Fourface Buttons is, you know, making a habit of jumping out of the way.
Yep. Just moving, throwing out a JH afterwards, or keeping it empty. Wow, a burst baited there, or maybe he wanted to get a gold burst for meter, but either way.
Potentially.
Fourface
It was a tough position.
It was.
Yeah, really, really convincing from Fourface Buttons here. Clearly has a lot of experience with this matchup. I think Yuselius might want to take a bit of time on the cinematic intros and think about what kind of approach to apply.
Execution strategy.
Yeah.
Oh, back here stuffed by JH. Probably one of the few times I've seen back here stuffed by anything. And another JH just to keep things going for Fourface.
Yeah, like, I guess Excel having a lot of difficulty just pinning Fourface buttons down right now.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, we're used to seeing Soul be able to, far slash, and far slash, heavy slash, kind of.
But she's still mobile with that jump. It's very, very hard to pin Mei down.
You don't get the chance to play that grounded game that you want. Ooh, there it is.
Ah. Nice.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Denies the dust. Yeah, not that time. Not that time.
Azaleas with 50 tension to potentially cancel if they finally get a hit.
You're using a lot of faultless defense. I think. Yeah, it makes a lot of sense versus Soul as well. I guess you have the range of those 5S loops.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to be taking too many of those, plus on every one of them. So I definitely agree. However, that faultless defense sequence did delay Fourface's ability to YRC later on.
Oh yeah, it's all a decision you have to make. Ah, no gunflame on that. Could have got a pretty big combo.
Yep. Potentially didn't, just recognize that the 6S hit or was thinking about something different. Look at the risk gauge.
Ooh,
I was just saying.
Yeah, you don't want to delay that too much. Nice air conversion there.
So good at just cranking up the risk gauges. Oh, okay.
Get that dolphin out of my face.
Yeah. Said
That's
it
confidence right there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. He has a really good sense on when to whip that out. It's like, because what you're doing is your mind is primed on, is it gonna be a heavy dolphin or is it gonna be a slash dolphin? It's like, oh no, it's just dust. I'm dead.
It's actually dust. Wrong button. Oh, another cross up JH. Everything's coming up Fourface, and Yoseli's in a lot of trouble.
Yeah. Had to burst there.
I mean, it was either that or potentially around, right? So I don't blame him. Heavy volcanic viper. Yoseli's might be getting a little frustrated.
For sure.
Okay.
Nice. Oh no, dropped it. That's unfortunate, but still keeping him in the corner.
Just missed the air volcanic.
Just escape, but headbutt for your troubles.
Absolutely. Yoseli's taking a round. And despite being frustrated, sometimes being frustrated and playing Soul works
to your
out
favor.
Very well.
Yeah, especially if you're playing Soul, right? He's an angry, punchy man. So yeah, he isn't one.
Yeah. Counter hit JH. Oh, DP, but stuffed by the seal block. This time, no punish.
Yeah, even the heavy version can be awkward to punish. Because you want his feet to touch the ground, but the recovery is deceptively short.
Big counter hit there. RC.
Interesting up there. Huh.
Okay.
I've never seen that combo before.
Yeah.
Was that 3 close slashes?
I believe so. Alright, Fourface buttons looking to put themselves on tournament point and does.
Yeah. Pretty convincing. Alright. Final round.
Last chance for Yoselias for sure. Fourface buttons looking to take a clean 6-0 in a very convincing grand finals run.
Definitely has momentum. Want to save a nice backdash there. Nice.
Well, I mean, look, I actually agree with this more aggressive approach from Yoselias. Just not allowing Fourface buttons to have time to respond to things might work out really well. But again, it's Yoselias in trouble though.
Oh, yeah, nice air dash back there. Going for the optimal route. Lands it.
Oh,
nice.
Didn't confirm, but okay, still gets the throw afterwards. And Yoselias taking a game here, and at least saying you're not going to do it for free, right? Like you're going to have to.
That was a pretty convincing round. That was a pretty convincing round. I like the adjustments that Yoselias made.
It was just more. It was more aggression and forcing Fourface just to play a little bit more defense more often.
Oh yeah. like once you get made down, she doesn't have like a reversal to get her out of those situations. So
Yeah.
like that's the thing. That's what you want to do. But she's notoriously hard to approach.
Yeah, yeah. It's just a wall of anchors and animals going to put Four-Face Button back on tournament point.
Oh yeah. Brought the burst out.
Great start for Four-Face Button. Cecilia is on the back foot again, but the backdash, yeah, this time bursted though. Bar slash into heavy, nothing doing.
Pretty good for Four-Face Buttons. Nice. Okay. Nice.
Good. Yes, I like this. Yuselius making the strong bid to take this round for sure. Just have to play real carefully, but doesn't want to play too slow.
Uh-huh. You don't want to get cramped up just because you have a bit of a lead.
Four-Face Button trying
there
to
we
come
go.
Back. Yeah.
The double volcanic viper.
A classic.
Gotta do it sometimes.
Oh, Yuselius now on game point, but it's still tournament point for Four-Face Buttons. Only really needs the round.
Get him those 2Hs. So on point with those.
Absolutely. But counter hit 6S in the gauntlet, this is huge.
This is gonna hurt. Yep.
And unburstable too, right? Once the wall split happens, nothing.
Oh yeah. Oh, again.
Oh, no.
So grimy with those, and no burst.
Oh, he got it right at the end.
Right at the end. Right at the end. That's what saved them. But is it gonna be enough?
RC? Yes,
Probably
it
not.
is.
Jeez,
Four-Face Buttons showing.
That was. Yeah.
Yeah.
SeaWorld on full display, right? All the animals. All the animals.
Everything you could have wanted.
All the aquatic creatures. That was really good though. Yeah. Good stuff to Four-Face Buttons. Well done. Well done.
I mean, absolutely. You know, we talk about the strength of the character, but again, in a grand final scenario, you got 6 games to win. You still have to use everything right, optimally, and be aware of what you're using. And Four-Face Buttons checked all those boxes.
I was really impressed by Four-Face Buttons, like his adaptations on defense, just his reactions in general. He made it really difficult for like throughout the tournament for characters for opponents to approach him on the air, like just so on point with that 2H, and just intimidating, like a presence in the neutral. Just really well played.
Incredible stuff from Four-Face Buttons. I liked what I saw. As a winner of one of the weeks of free, they will be automatically qualified for the finals week, which will be just a straight top 8 brackets. Everybody starts on the winner's side, and then we'll play through until we have a grand champion. So congratulations to Four-Face Buttons. We'll have more information about that finals week coming out soon. It'll be on July 10th as for the US, US side, we're skipping the July 4th holiday. People are visiting family and whatnot. But again, hats off to Four-Face Buttons. Also, good stuff to Yuselius. Check in. We'll be assigning points to everyone who finished 2nd through 8th. So, make sure to check in. We're going to publish what the points totals look like. And the top 5 points finishers will be the rest of the 5 that fill out the rest of that top 8 for finals week. So until then, I mean, I've seen incredible stuff all week, all 3 weeks of free. And Arya, it was a fantastic pleasure of having you on to close out week 3. Thank you so much for taking your time to run with us a little bit on the NA side of things.
Hey man, it was an absolute pleasure. I had a great time watching, a great time commentating with you, and good matches. Really solid play. Really good adaptations from all the players. And thanks for having me on. Had a great time.
Absolutely. Let the people know where they can find you and what you're up to.
Hey, yeah. So you can find me on That Blasted Salami on YouTube. We've generally been known for making Tekken videos for the past 4 years. And yeah, we have a really big video in the works right now. It should be up in the next couple of weeks. It's been something we've been grinding out for a while, so watch out for that. But recently we really want to take a multi-fighting game approach to the channel. So I'm super excited about Strive. Been having a great time with it. and you can expect some Strive content in the very near future as well.
That's what I was hoping for.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, we have plans definitely for Strive. I've been enjoying it a ton, and yeah, it's been super encouraging to see so many different fighting game communities come together for Strive. And it's having a big impact in the FGC in general, and it's a lot of new players are getting into it too. Like people who never played fighting games before, and it's easy to understand why, right? It's very immediately visually impactful. It has great netcode. It has this awesome cast of diverse characters. So yeah, it's and the proof's in the pudding. Like, when a fighting game looks good and it plays good and it feels good online, well, you got a winning recipe.
Absolutely. Well, incredible stuff, Arya. I personally am looking forward to the Strive content that you'll be putting out on your channel. But if any of you have not checked out that Blasted Salami on YouTube, make sure you do. Again, Arya, it's been a fantastic pleasure, of course. And to everyone out there who's hung with us this whole time, thank you so much for supporting Free. It has been a passion of mine to get people who are beginners into fighting games, and Strive was just the perfect concoction to make a fantastic mix. So we will be in communication soon here from Low Kick. But until then, remember to love yourselves, be nice to one another, and we'll see you again soon. Peace and love.
Have a good one all. Be excellent to one another, and catch you next time. See ya.